My digital escape, Geoffrey's side, also known as Geoffrey's main adventure story. Geoffrey's voice. Some may wonder why all these strange things have been occurring recently in this story. Hi, my name is Geoffrey, Geo for short, and this is how the story for me begins, which leads to nonsense from the other sides read and told by other people. So, one day in 2016 or 2017, I think, I joined Ponytown as requested by a friend named Lyra Heartstrings, ironically based on the character from My Little Pony, so, who, case in point, was like Leah from My Virtual Escape. Lyra, are you going to join this game? Geoffrey, yeah, hang on. Geoffrey, okay, I'm on. Lyra, great. Geoffrey's voice. Over time, I would meet new friends, including this really cool female player. She and I had a anonymous trust because I just don't feel like putting in real names because respect of anonymous trust. But let's just call it Princess Diamonds or Delaney the Deer or whatever. So, however, this game was still new to the public at the time, so certain players would be either absolute weirdos or assholes and do bad stuff, even on the PG and 18 plus servers. However, for me, this game was my escape from a more boring time in real life. It was a boring time because even though it was summer, which is like a favorite season of mine, it was during the tougher time of my life that involved an angry alcoholic man. But we don't talk about him until a later time. Unless you saw my Geoffrey.exe videos. But anyways, that's besides the point. I would befriend other players and help them in their tough times or quests. It felt good helping other bronies smile, and I also got to meet some of the more popular players or bronies at the time, like the owner of Mesma the Siren, or other unique players like, I don't know, Cheslika or Archer, or hell, even Gib, I don't know. But at the time, when I was relatively new to the game, I began to get in the way of others. It wasn't to annoy them or anything, no, it was just, I just wanted to fit in and compliment them. However, there were opposite players that didn't take too kindly to me on that game. Especially one player who becomes the main antagonist of this entire series of My Digital Escape. His name was Haze, which was a more different term for the words fog, smoke, or mist. But he was also trying to take a fondness as the same female ally that I was helping during her tough times. However, both of us rejected him in the end. Geoffrey in the year 2019. Just another day on Ponytown. Hey, Owls. Owls. Hi, Geoffrey. Geoffrey. Hey, Damien and Gib. Damien. Hey, G. Gib. What's up, kiddo? Geoffrey. Hey, Sky. Sky. Hey, Geoffrey. Geoffrey's voice. It felt like good times. However, I didn't like the fact that my very few on-game foes would eye me suspiciously, so I would just hide them. I also had a really good job in real life at the time. I helped make cheesecakes at the local bakery. Don't know if it's still open. Probably is, probably not. Who knows? But it did teach me perks of the culinary education process. That's until the you-know-what virus hit in 2019 of December. That's when I couldn't do the job because reasons. Mostly just because of the virus. Geoffrey's voice. But there were other players that actually liked me and said they were my fans. It felt bizarre yet intriguing that I had fans on an online social media video game for the My Little Pony fans. However, it just got really interesting when more Thomas the Tank Engine fans and Super Mario Logan fans began to play it too. And more communities joined too as well. This game was almost like a good book that you just cannot put down. However, in 2020, May 22 to be exact, an incident or a bad drama or accusation was thrown towards my legacy or game reputation by some false rogue bourgeoisie of the Brony fandom's quote-unquote drama section. Things were smoothly until the female goth bat bitch tried to pull a Tank the Shredder Evans moving surf circles. Talk about surfs up. But after that call, I wasn't just going to play with them all giving me the stink eye and having them perceive me as a villain. No. I had better plans that I secretly did. I was working on a book called Perception Matters Most, which is technically what all these audiobooks is of digital escape and everything else. Been working on it since, like, I don't know, 2007 or 2008. But, all things aside, I decided that these stories of digital escape and other stuff were just a matter of perception. 4 years later. Geoffrey. I wonder what happened to that game called Ponytown. Oh yeah, it's still there, but I can't play it, and neither can my two friends as they too got removed unjustly. Hopefully this year can end off good. From dealing with an envious housemate that is narcissistically definitely sounds like a member of a basket of bad apples. But should I show him the full story if he doesn't know the definition of perception or apparitions? JD. Geo, just please bear with me. We can't show how delusional or narcissistic he can be at sometimes. He still lives with us. The doorbell rings. I'll get it. Geoffrey walks down the stairs and gets a mysterious box. This has my name on it, but I didn't even order anything. Geoffrey brings up the box and sees some sunglasses, but they were actually the new EVE helmets after the prototypes in my virtual escape were modified to look less like a VR helmet. Geoffrey puts on the glasses as he wakes up in the basement of another area greeted by Adam, the tutorial guide. Adam. Hello, Geoffrey. Welcome to Eve. Or by its other name, Sage. Geoffrey, it's nice to meet you, Adam. Is there a moderator here or something? Like, what's the gist of this? Adam, we have two. Mino Jar from Ponytown and Michael. Michael, welcome, Geoffrey. We've been expecting you. You have been a chosen one for this tale of adventure. Here you can get XP and do other stuff, but the last two players that make it to Haven have to do a duel to the death. Geoffrey, okay, I'm up for it. However, I gotta do one thing first to get this to work, as I have some special secret powers. Michael, okay, Geoffrey, do what you need to do. Geoffrey clocks out. It turned out that Geoffrey was training to do something as a form of retribution and good future luck. He was training his magic to go back in time and fix a past event to protect something called the Aura. Geoffrey in September 2024. Okay, you've trained me well, Mama Hazel. Mama Hazel is Geoffrey's magic trainer and time partner. Hazel's confident as she sees her student ready to go in the quantum time portal. Alright, she said. Geoffrey in his real-life human form runs into the portal. Mama Hazel, where'd he go? We then see the effects of the paradox prism from Sonic Prime, which is connected to this time portal itself, as well as Geoffrey in his My Little Pony form, traveling through timeline in different time zones, and even some dimensions that had confirmed dates of events, including of how Geoffrey defeated an evil white lion with a yellow mane and a Black Thundercats t-shirt using the audio from the movie 300. Then it cuts to some more images as Geoffrey in his pony form finds the magic pathways to Raven Academy, which is a magic school that's part of Hogwarts Academy. Geoffrey enters the academy and keeps check on the in-real-life human Geoffrey Sembersky of the past from 2019 as a prologue of the magic and aura happened on Garfield's birthday, which was June 19, 2019. Master Rubik. Welcome, class. Today we'll be learning on how to tie our shoes with magic. Geoffrey, the green pony, sees his creator, which is his real-life human form, albeit a bit younger and skinnier, with a wizard codename being Tobias, which is a reference to Toby, the tram engine from Tobias and the Half Pariah. Geoffrey also sees James, the other wizard, who is Tobias' younger brother, as well as Tommy and Monty, who placed a strange spell on Rubik. The current Geoffrey in his pony form keeps monitoring the events and uses his chaos control to make sure the past does not get tampered with, as that trick would be disastrous. Later in magic class, we see James using a self-defense technique due to training with Master M. A little while later, we can see James and Tobias finding the forbidden chambers where the aura is being manipulated by an unknown villain. They follow the path, and we find out that Tommy was the one manipulating the aura. Both wizards see Monty snooping around looking for lunch. Tommy pushes Monty aside with a wizard spell. Tobias, played by past 2019 Geoffrey Sambursky. What do you do? The battle is pretty even. Even current 2024 pony form Geoffrey joins this fight to help preserve the anonymous mystery person known as the guy. Boosh. However, Pony Geoffrey said Chaos Control at the same time to keep the past aura safe. Thanks to the help of the advice of the guy and present-day Geoffrey, Tommy is defeated as he wore a Venom hoodie as his true form. Tommy vanished into a cloud of dust and smoke after that. The guy explains of how deceptive as this quest and walks off. Looks can be deceiving. Monty, who has survived the spell strike, is also fine but still wants to have a sandwich for lunch. Meanwhile, Master Rubik is crying because he is still trying all his best to have his shoes tie on their own using magic. Geoffrey, hocus pocus. Rubik sees that his shoes have tied and he is happy now and does the iconic Fortnite default dance. However, in the blooper reel, something changed for Halloween of 2024, as the Candy Mare had also secretly followed Geoffrey into the portal briefly, and said this important quote. Trick or treat. She vanishes after that. After that, Geoffrey travels back to the good future to save Mario, from Basilisk and saving Brian Griffin from the car that was meant to kill him. We also get to see a few other things, like Geoffrey returning to his Pride Rock and getting his new Ponytail monorail status in the future, as well as a few scenes from other YouTube videos. But then, because the purple team was eliminated, causing Geoffrey to win, his housemate had become envious, and there was a feud between them which landed Geoffrey in the hospital a few times. But Geoffrey had become accustomed to hospital visits, as he seems to think of them as his personal Pokemon center where he can heal. Back in May of 2024, he had a really bad panic attack, which could have been caused by a hex spell that his housemate secretly put on him, but this hex spell had failed as Geoffrey had more knowledge about the world and everything else. He even secretly said some positive remarks of some of his current enemies, as he knows the benefits of giving them mercy, as Geoffrey watched Toy Story 3. However, in a hospital in an overnight stay, he fell into a catatonic state, where he felt like he was frozen. It almost felt like he was fainting. However, he was awoken the next day, and he could have sworn that one of the nurses sounded exactly like another brony by the name of Flutterio. Geoffrey healed slowly that summer, however, but during the time before summer started, shortly after his discharge, he lost a few parts of his memory. He regained them, though, after a single punch to the face, which meant there were other things hidden from the public. It turns out that Pine Street Haven had many ways of getting wishes granted, from a one-on-one duel to the death, to a fair game of basketball. Geoffrey's first test was to play basketball. He won the match and earned 3 secret wishes. However, he began to get dizzy after the game, as he didn't know what happened. The basketball and the lighting outside, even though it was daytime, turned a slight tint of red. Geoffrey looked around. Papyrus? Sans, is that you? However, during the leap through time that takes place after the basketball and hospital visit, Geoffrey did one last yet important step to save his good future. He put on a black cloak and became the Mirror Stallion to protect the identities of his father and older stepbrother. Both of them were masked by Donkey Kong and Funky Kong, respectively. Geoffrey in this mirror form shows up and shoots a mysterious figure that looks just like Geoffrey Sambursky, but was actually meant to be more of an evil force. It was a form that resembled Diddy Kong, but his eyes were black and his pupils were red and it was crying blood. It was Diddy Kong.exe who had merged with an evil version of the green pony known as Geoffrey.exe. This was done to mask the real identity between the merge of these two villains. However, an embodiment of evil itself, from the underground itself. However, the Geoffrey Sambursky, the real Geoffrey Sambursky, shoots the devil and disperses the evil away by sealing it with a special prayer that Geoffrey made thanks to his echidna assistant to call the echidna, as she helped Geoffrey use time travel like a time sage or spirit, similar to the Ball of Light from The Legend of Zelda almost. After the evil energy was sealed away to another dimension, Geoffrey's father and older stepbrother see the good gems that are safe and full of positive energy and could even be worth money because they're actual real gems. The older stepbrother, "Dude, do you see this? Holy shit, there's gems everywhere!" Geoffrey's dad, known as Bohaho for DK and codename, "Oh, wow! Just don't take too many." Meanwhile, the current Geoffrey has made it back to his house and talks to his housemate Jeff Daza. However, over time, Geoffrey's been making a ofrenda to pay respects to the dead throughout the entirety of October 2024 and to save Halloween and his chosen one status. However, he was refusing to eat certain candies due to the holiday rule of Rule 56. The Halloween rule said to offer a form of peace offering to a Halloween spirit. Geoffrey followed the rules and was spared that Halloween and begins to get good luck as of now. However, a few days later, on November 10, 2024, the gold gun that was had spawned into the house as well as a sword, which were both given to Geoffrey by some unknown force. However, something else happened. JD's PC began to glitch, and Pinkie Pie's laughter shows up, and she opens a portal as something or someone created and activated a codex node. A white flash briefly shows Geoffrey Sambursky and Jeff Daza in their pony forms before Geoffrey Sambursky gets sucked into the PC. Now JD has to traverse Geoffrey in the game of Luna Game End, but for Geoffrey, this was the beginning for him and his quest to get his ultimate wish in December of 2024, aka Luna Game 7. Geoffrey sees a younger version of Luna, Princess Luna from My Little Pony to be exact, and both had to escape the darkness. They get separated and both have to go a different path. However, Geoffrey first gets teleported to other areas due to someone disturbing his slumber. Meaning whoever disturbed Geoffrey's sleep means that this enemy's fate was sealed to eternal damned ultra-condensed sin. However, in the Luna games, both Geoffrey and JD broke free as the game tapped into their minds. However, they weren't the last players standing because there were still plenty of other players. Meanwhile, Geoffrey finds himself in the Yoshi.exe final level area again. However, he encounters Nightmare Moon, who asks if he has the 7 key items. Geoffrey, "Yes, I do. A rubber chicken, a red heart keychain from Atlanta, Georgia airport, a Twilight Sparkle figurine, a Diet Pet Thomas model, a Diet Pet Percy model, a Bachman model of James, and finally a Diddy Kong action figure." Nightmare Moon, "Good. Give them to me." Geoffrey gives her the 7 items of key items so that Geoffrey can progress and not be trapped in the limbo of terrors anymore. She then tells Geoffrey to follow her. They walk to Geoffrey, the creator's home. They talk for a bit and she explains that Geoffrey Sambursky he was gifted to be the chosen one to help protect this universe and realm to make sure that he can get to Haven. She then teleports Geoffrey out of the computer realm and transforms back into Princess Luna, meaning Geoffrey also helped Princess Celestia and Luna reconcile. Meanwhile, JD, Jeff Daza, watches the Pixel Ponies and Luna game ends good ending and sees Geoffrey's in there too. After the game ends, he sees the real Geoffrey spawn back in his room. Both talk for a bit before Geoffrey remembers an Easter egg told by Noah Crabtree. Geoffrey does this trick and gets an ammo egg for the gold gun. However, earlier that day, before this happened, something else spawned in Geoffrey's bedroom. It was the final book, the Book of Bill Cipher. Later that night, Geoffrey sees his housemate, John, who is talking to him about his Green Lantern ring and the Codex node. Both talk before they have to do stuff. However, Geoffrey hears a voice outside that he doesn't recognize, and tells him to watch the Garfield movie when he gets home. So he follows the order of this mysterious voice and also keeps an eye on the disqualified player SH. This mysterious voice also gives Geoffrey his own player codename known as Player GS. Sodor Island is doing great, but the engines are wondering about Lady and the magic buffers. Toby goes to distract D10, or Diesel 10 in this case, and everything goes smoothly, going well. Meanwhile, in the EVE/Sage realm, Solomon is talking to Mobster John, who is recently ratted out by Isaac and Arachnid. Brotherhood member named Jay, Jesus, the character, clocks out, and so does Damien Wolf, the purple Baticorn, who also joins Solomon's Brotherhood. After both of them had clocked out and Mobster John tries to flee, Solomon explains that they never listen. Later, Geoffrey is talking to JD about the first layer of the game that they were playing, which was like David and Goliath layer, where Geoffrey was David and Shaq was Goliath, and how Geoffrey was as David ended up defeating Goliath. Geoffrey then explains that to his housemate about how they are both ranked ... and how Geoffrey's DNA had fused with the OC. A while later, Geoffrey watches the Garfield 2024 movie and opens two mysterious boxes and summons Garfield in a god form called Godfield. Geoffrey explains the wishes, all of them through all the months, and even the grand ones too. Garfield agrees as they made this deal since 2020. Geoffrey sees the book of Bill and wonders what to do next. He decides to see if Thomas and Percy will fight Postman Pat and Fireman Sam. The mysterious Day-Day revives Thomas and turns him and Percy into these awesome warriors. Thomas is now like Hercules and Percy is like a unicorn. And the mysterious good Day-Day obliterates Fireman Sam for good, meaning Fireman Sam is dead, and wishes good luck to Thomas and Percy. After Man vs. Train Part 7 finishes, there is one more episode. Geoffrey and Percy's excited to see who will win. Geoffrey, yes, Thomas and Percy are alive. This is going to get interesting. Thank you, mysterious Day-Day from above of my desired choice. Let's just say it's a fusion of me, James the Red Engine, and Toby. Over time, Geoffrey would encounter more players, and even fight the Brotherhood controlled by Mobster John. Geoffrey in the Ponytown lair, however, is walking around. Minojar, take this XP, Geoffrey. We fairly looted it for you so you can fight Hayes and get that wish. Geoffrey, isn't this cheating or favoritism? Adam, no, it was fairly looted. Geoffrey, okay, but listen, Hayes has a bomb and is working with a trenchcoat pony that was disqualified named SH in code names to destroy Ponytown so no one can play it. Mino, then we have no time to lose. Adam, go find that bomb. Track it. Miguel the White Alicorn, go scout Hayes' area. Both ponies. Yes, sir. Meanwhile, it shows a cutscene of Isaac Calder confronting Abraham/Arachnid at Noah's garage about the Ark node and its effects. However, little did they know that they were baited due to a codex, which was even stronger than an Ark node. Minojar, Ponytown needs to be protected, Geoffrey. You are our last shot, and good luck and good job on saving the girl again, Geoffrey. You did it. Mino runs off. Geoffrey, again. Again? What does he mean by again? Whatever I'm doing, I'm going to eat this XP and level up again. Sometime later, Miguel the White Alicorn and Adam are fighting Gingy. They both beat Gingy, but both are shot by the servant. Mino, no! The hell did you just do? The servant makes a bird noise and uses a pitchfork instead of a sword to stab and push Michael and Minojar to a light post. Both are hurt but alive. Geoffrey and Hayes both run out to see what is the commotion between Adam and shoots the servant, causing him to log out, but the servant's not dead. Hayes steals Geoffrey's mirror and puts the Ark node on Miguel the White Alicorn's back, and Adam, who was next to the White Alicorn pony, Minojar, Geoffrey, look out! Hayes logs out of the game. Adam and Miguel the White Alicorn in unison. Oh, fuck. Geoffrey panics as he doesn't know what to do, but realizes he has a spare mirror. Geoffrey pulls out the spare emergency mirror and logs out just in time. The game is not destroyed, but Arknode teleported Miguel and Adam somewhere else. Minojar and Michael also survived, but they were separated to two different games. Michael got sent to Eve and Minojar to Ponytown. Geoffrey, that was close. Didn't want that bomb to screw me up. Jeff Daza, yeah, Geo. Geoffrey, the game says that it'll have to soft load, meaning that the Arknode bomb thing is causing a update or something. I don't know. Soon, it's safe for Geoffrey to go back in the game. Geoffrey sees his housemate, who has also gotten a pair to play. Just as Shaq was about to kill Tio Rafa JP2, Geoffrey snaps the player of SH's neck, causing his player to die in the game and could not play in real life anymore. Shaq's pony player disappears into a bunch of numbers. Tio Rafa, holy smokes, dude! Geoffrey, I got you, bro. Tio Rafa JP2, you know, if things were different, you could be a Ponytown staff, like a moderator, son. Anyways, I gotta get back to coding the game. Tio Rafa logs out. Matthew, aka the other stepbrother. Hey, Geoffrey! Geoffrey, hey, Matt, what's up, brother? Matt, nothing much, bro. Geoffrey, dude, look out! Matthew, wait, what? Matthew gets side-rammed by Hayes. Geoffrey, get off him, dude! Hayes, back the hell up! You lying green idiot! You said all the other players died! Matthew logs out and quits the game to make sure he doesn't die in real life. The world gets dark and Geoffrey and Hayes are teleported to Haven. The Overlord, welcome to the final stage. Geoffrey, I see you made it. And Hayes, why am I not surprised? Hayes, because this is my freaking wish. Silence. Both of you will do the draw at the count of 10, as they say. And when the brain short circuits, memories flash when you die in real life. The Overlord counts down from 10 to 1. The Overlord, draw. Geoffrey uses the gold gun and shoots Hayes point blank in the head, taking him out, but not yet in real life. Geoffrey, Overlord, I want my wish. The Overlord, kneel down, my son, because I'm your father. Geoffrey, what? Bohahuff, I wanted to make sure that you got the clues, and you did. Now I will grant you a wish of anything of your kind. Geoffrey, I just want to talk to my pony friends and be a Ponytown moderator. Bohahuff / Geoffrey's dad. Wish granted. Robot voice, it is safe to take off the device. Geoffrey takes off the glasses and sees Rainbow Dash in the room with him and Jeff Daza. Rainbow Dash, you did it, big brother. Geoffrey sees another character enter the room, an old friend of his, Felicia / Bestia. Good work, Geoffrey. You wished me back to life, but I can't stay long. You need to kill him. Geoffrey, kill who? Bestia, kill Hayes. He's responsible for this and your Ponytown reputations. Geoffrey hears a gunshot and both Rainbow Dash and Bestia vanish. Geoffrey runs out and runs to the park and sees that a real-life version of Hayes shooting another man that Geoffrey recognized by memory. It was Master Rubik. Master Rubik. Oh, God! Hayes shoots Master Rubik into the pond and flees as he merges with his My Little Pony OC. Geoffrey's also allowed to merge with his My Little Pony OC as well in real life or online, as he got that wish granted by Celestia, Luna, and even Garfield in his Godfield form. Geoffrey pulls Rubik from the pond. Geoffrey is horrified to see that his wizard teacher is dying in his arms, but is mad that Hayes is still alive. Rubik, go get him, Geoffrey. As Rubik dies, he makes a single SML Geoffrey grunt. Geoffrey merges with his OC and flies off to fight Hayes to the death. He also left his phone onto the contact of Archer the Red Pegasus. Meanwhile, Hayes sees his covers being blown as Meloetta brothers, aka Adrian, had found out what happened to Wendy the Perryton, or her corpse, in the shed. Hayes knocks Adrian out and throws him into the shed with Perryton's corpse. Adam is also scouting the area and watches Geoffrey go into Hayes' home. Hayes sees Geoffrey. Hayes, Geoffrey, please, no! Geoffrey shoots Hayes in the ear. Damn it! How the hell did you get that gun? Geoffrey, you shut the hell up. All those other players did not get a chance to play this game, so neither do you. Hayes, killing me will not let them play again, Geoffrey. Geoffrey places down the gold gun. Geoffrey, it's Judgment Day, motherfucker. Come on! Come on, Nonio! Hayes, come on! We'll bring it! Geoffrey screams as he rushes forward, and it is an all-out brawl between the last two players of EVE/Sage/Ponytown, as those three games had merged into one whole realm with Earth. It's a very, very violent one, too, as the song Jenny Was a Friend of Mine begins to play as Geoffrey faces off the final boss. The fight is actually pretty even, as both are fighting to the death. However, Hayes does a big mistake by letting Geoffrey live with a few punches to the face. Geoffrey grabs the dagger and stabs Hayes in the back hoof. Hayes screams in pain and Geoffrey gets the upper hand/hoof. By perception, of course. Geoffrey looks up as first ever Ponytown enemy. Geoffrey, game over, Hayes. Geoffrey places this dagger in Hayes' chest, causing him to scream before pulling it out. The Lunar Archer and Minojar see Geoffrey. Minojar, Geoffrey! Geoffrey, he killed my wizard teacher, Master Rubik. Archer, I know. The door opens. Both see three more characters show up, as well as police officers. Archer flees to a safe area, while Minojar shoots Pink, Lumen, Alora, and Gucci Narwhal, who became criminals on the run. The cops are shocked and misunderstood this as a threat and accidentally shoot Minojar. Geoffrey sees Minojar fall to the floor. Geoffrey, Minojar, no! Hayes, you'll never win. He plunges the dagger into Geoffrey's abdomen. Geoffrey, fudge! Both are struggling to get the final shot, and this goes on for a minute or so, or two. But Geoffrey wins in the end by using a fire pick to stab Hayes in the vital. Hayes screams one last time before he falls to the ground dead on the spot. Geoffrey, gasping and panting, crawls up the stairs and next to Mino's body. The Lunar Archer. Geoffrey, can you hear me? Geoffrey has fallen unconscious but is alive. In the darkness of Geoffrey's mind, he could hear voices. Female voice 1, or in case it's not at dusk. Is he going to be okay, Doc? Archer's voice. Yeah, that fight was brutal, Doc. Is he gonna be okay? Three other female voices are also arguing over Geoffrey. One knocking on his door, and another saying, he is so handsome, I want him. A female voice that belongs to a female British blue Alcorn holds him out to the silence. It was Flario's voice. That wouldn't be necessary, as this time he has to heal from that fight. Besides, I'm a nurse and I'm qualified for this kind of work. He's in stable condition, but he's in our care. Dean's voice. Are you sure about that? Because that was a brutal fight. Ben's voice. Look, I don't like him, but he has shown how a true Jedi fights. Let him heal. He has impressed the Jedi team. When he heals, he's free to do training with Master Yoda. Author's note. In order to continue the story, you must read this chapter before reading Break Free Revelations.